This is the one.
Oh la la.
Yo, my people, welcome back to the Venture Room, the #1 platform for aspiring entrepreneurs. We're in Marylebone, but this is the second time we've been here. The first time was a bit of a washout. We've come back to Marylebone, one of the most wealthiest areas in London, a home to a lot of old money. We want to find out what they do for a living and how much money they make. It's going to be a good one. Stay tuned. Can I ask you what you do for a living? We're trying to inspire younger people. What do you do for a living?
I'm in property.
Are you enjoying it?
Love it.
What do you do in property?
Commercial property.
So just to give people a context of what you've done, what's like the biggest deal you've done so far, or like what's the success you've had?
Just around the corner from here on Wigmore Street, I bought a property that's going to be a concert hall for Bechstein pianos with flats above.
So I've got another question for you. A lot of young people are broke, living at home. What advice would you give to them in terms of getting started and being successful?
Don't wait for someone to knock on your door. I've done jobs from paper round to crawling through air conditioning ducts, cleaning them, wrapped in tissue paper to clean them. And don't wait for someone to offer you a job. Knock on someone's door and say, I'd like to work for you. And just get up and do it. No one's going to ask you to do it. If someone gives you a chance in life, do the task and then say, I've done that. What more can I do for you?
I love
Honestly, it's that gives you success.
I love it.
When I was a young lad doing my paper round, I delivered to a chap that lived in a mobile home, and he never worked for anybody. He and his wife lived in a mobile home. They bought a plot of land. They built their own house. They lived in it for 5 years, sold it, paid no taxes on that sale because it's your private home, and they just built. You're your own boss. Yeah, you have to work hard. Honestly, if you can create something, you will never go hungry.
That's it. Oh, it's amazing.
All right.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Where can they find you? Instagram?
LC Prop, Lambourne Commercial Property.
Perfect.
All right.
Oh, I'm happy, man. The sun's out. Excuse me. Can I ask you what you do for a living?
Oh, sorry, mate. No, I don't.
Ah, you're killing me.
No.
The first rejection.
Drinks, juice.
Yeah? We're trying to inspire younger people. So can I ask you what you do for a living?
I'm a fitness coach.
What's your name?
Max Silver.
Would you say that's a business, or is it like you're working for a gym?
No, I work for myself.
So what advice would you have someone that's trying to start out as a fitness coach? How did they get the first clients? And
I would say find your voice, try and stand out from the crowd, bring your personality, especially to the online space. Position yourself in a way where people come to you as much as possible. So just be yourself, be engaging, just be a real human. Don't be a dickhead, basically.
I love that, man. So what do you need to do to become successful today, would you say?
The honest answer is the boring, basic stuff consistently. All the things that people think you need to be successful, yeah, they work, flash in the pan stuff, but for the most part, basics. For instance, if you want to lose weight, people want these pills. No, you want to make sure you're doing your 10K steps, you're doing your calorie deficit, you're weight training 4 or 5 times a week, every single time, and that is it.
Boom. I know. Excuse me. I love the outfits. I just want to ask you, what do you do for a living? Are you a fashion stylist?
Yes.
I knew it.
I'm a personal branding, impact and wardrobe consultant.
Oh my God.
And I work with men and women at all levels.
Yeah.
You know, from the lady in the street that's got a wardrobe full of clothes and nothing to wear to very senior execs.
You might be the best dressed person I've seen today.
Oh, bless you.
I'm not gonna lie.
I love you. Thank you.
So what does that actually entail? What do you actually do?
It means that I have consultations with people with very senior execs who are at a point of change in their careers, men and women, and we're all a brand, whether you're the mum at the school gates or the CEO of Marks and Spencer's, and we talk about their strengths, their weaknesses, their personality, and we put together a wardrobe that is going to complement all their greatest strengths, and with women, a wardrobe that is going to complement their body shape, and men, their
I
body
love it.
shape.
I think I need some help, to be fair.
You look great.
So we're trying to inspire younger people to be successful.
Oh yeah, do you know what I'd say? I didn't start doing this. I'm 71. I didn't start doing this till I was in my 50s.
Yeah.
And circumstances forced me to do it. And I just say, just stick at it.
Stick at it, yeah.
Stick at it and do what you love.
Yeah.
I was a speech therapist, and now I meet the most interesting people in the world, and I love it.
Yeah, I can tell, man. I love your energy as well.
If you feel good about the way you look, you will be more confident and people will react to you more confidently.
I love it. Look, one more question, I'll let you go.
Yeah.
So for someone that's young, they're at home, they don't really know what their next step is. What advice would you give to them to really find their path?
Shadow. Just find somebody you admire in the business that you want to progress in, and shadow and do it for nothing. I know it's painful. If you possibly can, do it for nothing and work. Just show what you really can do and show your interest, and don't give up.
I love it.
Whatever age you are.
I love it. What's the Instagram? Where can they find you?
At Maggie, MAGGIE _R _ Muckmillan, MCMILLAN. women, and that's it on Instagram.
Go check out Maggie, guys.
Oldest lady on Instagram, I think.
Can I ask you what you do for a living?
So I've got two businesses, one for marketing purposes, so property, and the other one I'm generating to start my own Airbnb business.
Okay. Like rent to rent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. What do you do for a living?
I'm a student at the moment. I'm doing my A-levels, but I'm looking to start my own property business
Sick.
in buy-to-let portfolio. I also have an online business on Etsy where I create designs and sell digital downloads.
So we found two entrepreneurs. That's crazy. So can I ask you, when's the last time you came out of your comfort zone, would you say?
This morning,
What happened?
just going up to random people, talking to them.
All right, I've got a challenge for you now then, seeing as you've done it already. I want you to go up to a random person and ask them what they do for a living
Okay.
and how much money they make. That second question's hard, but you need to get it in.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
You ready?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
Like,
It's your
ask
turn.
Anybody.
Anybody? Okay. Right, we're gonna find someone. Excuse me. Can I ask what do you do for a living? No. Okay, that's fine. We'll find someone else. We'll find someone else. Looking a bit empty. That's fine. We're gonna keep moving. Keep moving. Hi, excuse me. Could I ask what you do for a living?
I'm a teacher.
You're a teacher. Could I ask how much you get paid as a teacher?
I only work 90%. What am I on? Something like, say, 58,000, something like that.
Oh, that's so interesting. And are you enjoying it?
I love teaching, yeah.
Can I quickly ask, what do you teach?
I teach English Lit.
That's so cool. Thank you for your time.
No problem.
Okay, bye.
It's not as hard as you think.
Oh, no, it's so good.
Yeah.
Like, I feel adrenaline rush.
Yeah?
In the best way,
Sick. Where can people find you?
So we're currently creating a TikTok which we'll then share together.
What's it going to be called? What's the, is it a joint page?
We're currently thinking about that too.
Yeah?
We just came out today to really practice and get a hang of it really. So we have something to start with and upload. 'Cause
I love it.
doesn't-
Thanks, guys.
No worries.
Oh, it's a different
Oh no, it's a different car. Oh, I don't know if he's gonna. Oh, this is a bit mad right now. Sorry, man. Love the car. What do you do for a living, man?
I'm in finance.
What kind of finance?
I'm a broker.
Okay. What advice would you give to someone who wants to get into that?
Start young and work hard.
And then lastly, what do you think it is that made you so successful?
Persistence. Persistence beats resistance.
Love it. Thank you so much. Legend. Excuse me. I love the jacket.
Oh, thank you.
What do you do for a living? Are you in fashion?
I am not actually.
No? What do you do?
I work in human resources.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. The approach from behind never works, guys. It never works. Like, I tried to interview him and he moved backwards more. So it's like, yeah. He had HR. We're going to have a HR issue.
Excuse me. Sorry to disturb you. Can I ask you what you do for a living? You look very interesting.
I'm an accountant. I'm not interesting.
Being an accountant is interesting.
Yeah, to some people.
Yeah. So we're trying to inspire younger people to be successful. What advice would you give to younger people to be successful today?
Work hard, as simple as that, and try to get out of the normal or the comfort zones that we're used to. You know, the talents or the skills of the future are not same as the ones that used to be, basically.
Do you think it's harder now to be successful because it's so like the bar's so much higher?
No, it's not. No, actually, it's more easier now because the world became smaller. So now you could be in a small place anywhere in the world and you have access to the entire world. As simple as that.
That's true. More competition though, no?
Competition, yeah, competition is healthy. It helps you to be creative, exactly.
Yeah. So what's the biggest opportunity today for young people?
Biggest opportunity.
Yeah. I feel like you have an answer.
You think so?
I feel like you've got one.
Technology is taking over many things, to be honest. Eventually, it cannot replace the human mind and the relationship. So the advice I give to young people is to focus on relationships. Because at today's age, you know, people are more connected through social media and all that. And they miss that personal interaction and network. So this is what they try to focus on. Get out of that on their phone, you know, and start talking to real people.
It's true, like we're doing now.
Exactly.
I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bird, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
What do you do for a living, man?
I'm in healthcare technology software. Yep, back in the United States.
How did you start out your business?
My wife had a child, and we had a great clinical experience, but the experience of understanding the cost of healthcare in the States was really challenging. And so I just went to her and said, give me a year. I bet we're not the only ones that have this problem.
So you found a gap basically in the market.
We found the problem. I always say you got to find a problem. You got to find somebody who's willing to pay for something, and then you got to make sure that they're willing to pay you you enough money so that you can scale and grow a business.
Okay. So how did you get your first customers?
I went through a contact. Those are always kind of interesting. I went down and actually documented a lot of the challenges they had on getting paid. And I said, if we built some screenshots, and then I said, if we build this, will you buy it? And he said yes. So he paid us an implementation fee, and I used that money actually to build the software.
Wow, man, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
So if someone wanted to start out a software business, what advice would you give to them?
Find the problem, do customer discovery, document it, and then you try to do anything to get your your MVP, minimal viable product out the door.
Okay.
And if you can do that and you build a couple of customers, then you got a shot. And make sure that eventually people are willing to pay for it, and then you can go raise capital or see if you can finance it with the best capital of all, which is the capital that comes from customers.
Okay, thank you, man. There's people that want to be entrepreneurs, but obviously they see the glitz, the glamour, and they don't know how hard it is.
No, it's the hardest thing in the world.
Yeah.
It's not easy. You got to be married to someone who understands how hard it is. You got to roll up your shirt sleeves, and there's a lot of tough times in between. Deals with cash flow, deals with hiring and firing employees, and deals with anxious customers. But you build a good team, you build a good product, and realize you're playing the long game. This is not like you're buying a house and trying to turn it. You're building a real company with a real product, and over time, great things will happen. But you have to think about it in the long term, and always put the customer first.
Customer rules.
Yes, always.
And then how much is your business doing in revenue?
Well, I sold the business 2 years ago. We were, I think we had 6% of the U.S. population that had interaction with patient code technology.
Yeah.
It's now part of a great company called Waystar.
Okay. Are you allowed to share how much you sold it for? In the millions, I'm guessing.
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
Oh,
yes.
wicked, man.
Yeah.
And then last question. What's the biggest thing that keeps young people broke today, do you think?
Honestly, being on streets like this, it's easy to want to spend the money. I don't believe in being cheap, but you have to be judicious. Instead of paying for the $10 coffee, go make it at home. Instead of buying the $30 lunch, go make your ham and cheese sandwich at home. The world's made on people who are ambitious, but also know how to save a penny. I think, going broke is when you're spending more than you have. So you got to be really careful and judicious with every dollar that you make.
Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate it.
All right, good luck.
Where can people find you?
I am rolling out a website at some point just to help entrepreneurs in the States. You can find me on Twitter at Bird Blitch, at Bird Blitch.
Love it, man. You guys follow him. Sorry, man. I love this car. What do you do for a living, man?
I have 2 tech companies.
Oh, really? And what kind of tech is it?
The one is an app called My Car Inspector.
My Car Inspector?
It's an app which connects second-hand car buyers with car mechanics. So it's like an app which, most people don't have a clue about second-hand cars.
Yeah.
And they need a mechanic, a friend or family member who's the mechanic to go with you to inspect the car. So basically, you go to the app, you type in the car details, you get a list of mechanics based on rating, distance, and experience. Then you pick it, you pay £95. Let's say I'm the mechanic. Then I go with or without you, inspect the car, and then I tell you I have a checklist in the app, and then I tell Kareem, the car needs new brakes in 6 months, new tires, and it's not worth 10 grand, it's worth 9 grand. Should I negotiate the price for you? And then you say I can negotiate myself, then you only pay 95, or you say please do because you're the expert, and then if I reduce the price, we get 20% on the money we save you. Like if I save £1,000, £200. So it's a win-win.
What advice would you give to someone who wants to get into the tech entrepreneurship business?
My advice on that side is basically you need to have like a long breath and stick to it. Don't give up. People will tell you, oh, you can do something else, it's not working. No, stick to it. Continue. Believe in your product. I mean, you might have to fine-tune it. Don't be just stuck on your specific idea. Be open-minded to fine-tune it, to change little things here and there. But I can just advise, there's nothing better than being your own boss.
Yeah, 100%. What do you think is the biggest opportunity for the younger generation today?
The thing is now with AI and tech and everything what's happening, I think it's going to open up a lot of doors, a lot of opportunities. I think because tech is evolving so fast, people who have entrepreneurial mindset, there's a real opportunity there for them. It doesn't matter how old you are. If you have a right idea at the right age, who cares? It's important to have some experience, and it's important to maybe some mentors around if you're young. That will help, but reliable people. But one really most important point I think is a lot of people are going to tell you, oh, it's not going to work. They're always with so many naysayers. Ignore the noise, ignore it. So, believe in yourself. You know what I mean? Forget what everybody else says.
Have you ever been broke?
Yes, I have, twice. I'm 44 now. I was 36. I had to move in with my parents.
Really?
Yeah, and my parents come from a normal household.
So then
twice.
You built yourself up in your parents' house, basically.
Yeah, no, I literally stayed there for 2 months because what happened was I was in 2014 I moved to Dubai from Germany, and before that I had an Aston as well for 6 years.
Oh yeah.
And I sold it, and I went to Dubai, and I thought, okay, you know what? I'll try my luck here.
Yeah.
So I stayed there for like 8 months, 9 months. But quickly I realized, I met a lot of people, a lot of interesting people, great connections. But I realized it's not going to work for me right now. And I still had some money in my pocket basically. And I thought I have to lose all of it. I have to really touch rock bottom, touch the ground to jump higher from there.
Yeah.
To use it as a springboard. And that's what I did. And then mentally I put myself already into that mindset that I am going to, that's fine. I'm going to move in with my parents. Stay there as long as I have to. And then I had to borrow money from my dad for a flight to Munich to meet an investor for my first tech startup.
Crazy.
And then basically I started that tech startup with 2 other guys. And then I got another consultancy job for an investment bank here in London. And then straight away, 2 months later, I moved out, got my apartment in Little Venice, and things changed quickly.
That's crazy, man. You dropped some bombs today. Where can people find you, man? What's your Instagram?
It's Sean247_.
Yeah.
The SEAN 247_. Or like my business, My Car Inspectors.
Wicked, man.
Okay.
Appreciate it, man.
No, we're fun.
Yeah. This is the one.
Oh la la.
We wrapped up a mad day today. We had Urban Financier, we met him this morning. Come down to Marylebone, had the most amazing interviews, man. We had a really sick day. I think the takeaway is start now, don't wait. Now is the time. Also, follow your passions. If you start to what to do, your path is always where your passions lie. And also network. Your network is so key, man. Build those relationships. In this social media world, even though we do that, relationships are so key, and that's the USP. That rhymes. But yeah, check us out on Instagram, TikTok at The Venture Room, and we'll see you on the next one.
Hey.